Hello, my name is Sarah Coronado, and I have a question for you. Have you ever wanted to say something to somebody but you couldn't quite find the right words? It's okay, we've all been there. But I have good news for you. Not all messages require words. Today I'd like to tell you about 5 different ways that you can communicate while never speaking a single word. These include our physical appearance, kinesics, proxemics, paralanguage, and silence. Starting with physical appearance, this includes items such as your sex, your age, your size, your skin color, and your features. Western culture places a great deal of importance on physical appearance. Have you ever seen an unattractive model trying to sell clothing or jewelry? Models are what our culture considers beautiful, and they're used to sell things to us. And we're being told if we buy these things, we might be beautiful too. We also use physical appearance to form opinions about people, and these assumptions may consciously or subconsciously affect our decisions about friendships, dating, hiring, and more. We may make very different assumptions about somebody who is overweight versus somebody who is not. As an adult, I have weighed anywhere from 135 pounds to 220 pounds. And I can tell you that I was treated very differently at my top weight versus my bottom weight. Now, for better or for worse, people have made and continue to make assumptions about me based on how I look. Not all nonverbal communication is about physical appearance, so now I'd like to tell you about kinesics. Kinesics refers to body positions and body motions. So if I wanted to tell you that I was interested in what you were saying, I could lean forward and nod my head. Interested. Now, if I wanted to convey disinterest, I could cross my arms and look away. Not interested. Kinesics also refers to the face and the eyes. We can display a wide range of emotion with just our faces and eyes. Now, I have been known on occasion while speaking to an exasperating customer on the phone to make the following face. Now, based on the eye roll and the head tilt, you can tell that I am losing patience with the customer. Now that we've covered kinesics, I'd like to move on to proxemics. Now, proxemics refers to space and how we use it. The amount of space a person leaves between themselves and others can communicate something about their culture. I learned how much I value a large bubble of personal space while using public transit in Japan. My idea of a reasonable distance from a stranger was totally different than those around me. Proxemics also refers to how space is arranged, like a room. So my bedroom, for example, is a great place to watch movies and to sleep. So 2 of my favorite things. My bedroom reflects my personality a lot. And I also live with a couple and their 3 children. So anything that has to do with scary movies or anything that I don't want to get broken or colored on, that's all crammed into this room. So now that we've covered proxemics, I'd like to move on to paralanguage. Paralanguage is vocal communication that doesn't use words. So this may include any sounds that you can make, like gasps or grunts or other noises. For example, recently my boyfriend Sam asked me if I wanted to see a new movie that looks like a video game called Hardcore Henry. My response was, ugh. So Sam knows, based on that noise, that I do not want to see this movie. Paralanguage also includes vocal qualities such as volume, rhythm, pitch, and inflection. So same scenario, but if I had chosen to answer Sam with words instead of a noise, if I said, oh sure, I'd love to see that movie, he should still conclude that I do not want to see this movie. So now that we've covered paralanguage, I'd like to move on to what may be the loudest form of nonverbal communication that there is, and that is silence. Now, silence can communicate a variety of messages, such as contentment, awkwardness, or anger. I'm naturally a chatty person, so the effect of my silence can be greatly felt in a tense situation. People who know me well know that if I'm giving you the silent treatment, I'm either so upset or angry that I cannot make coherent sentences, or I just don't want to say anything that I would regret. Now, on the flip side, I love just sitting or walking with my mom and enjoying the presence of the woman who created me. So there's two sides to that coin. Silence can also be used to disconfirm others, and this is seen in the behavior of middle school girls. I've been there. It's not pretty, but I've seen the popular girls flat out ignore girls who just wanted to be a part of the cool kids club. Silence is the last type of nonverbal communication that we'll be covering today. So let's review all of the types of nonverbal communication that we've touched on. We've discussed 5 different ways that you can communicate without using words. And these are your physical appearance, kinesics, which is your body motions and positions, proxemics, which is your space, paralanguage, your vocal sounds and inflection, and silence. So now that you're aware of these different types of communication and how to communicate nonverbally, remember that we already do many of these things subconsciously. So be aware of the messages that you're putting out and see if you can't pick up on a few nonverbal communications coming into you. I challenge you to do that. Thank you for your time.